like to preview a new feature that we'll be doing on these shows called Views Behind the People Behind the News. It's a chance to discuss controversial issues of the day with well-known experts in the field.
We do want to have it understood, however, that the opinions expressed by our guests are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of the Bob and Ray organization.
Also, they should not be construed as the opinions of this station or its subscribers or members of their families.
And it must also be remembered that questions asked by the panel are not designed to reflect any particular viewpoint.
We should mention, too, that our panel members are speaking only for themselves and not as representatives of their employers or members of their families.
But in any event, this program is presented solely for the enjoyment of our viewing and listening audience, and any rebroadcast or reuse without specific permission is prohibited.
Likewise, any admission charged by owners of radio sets for listening to this broadcast is similarly prohibited.
The entire contents of this program remain the sole property of the Bob and Ray organization and may not be used for any commercial purpose by the New York Jets or the Commissioner of the National Football League.
That includes reproduction in whole or in part, Ray.
Absolutely, Bob. However, it should be understood that portions of this program may have been recorded earlier for broadcast in this time period.
Now, this is done solely for the convenience of our audience and not for the purpose of editing or deleting controversial material.
In so doing, some passages that have been retained may be considered offensive by various ethnic groups or religious organizations.
Therefore, discretion is urged among members of such groups or organizations in listening to the material presented.
Parental guidance is also suggested, and in no case shall children under the age of 16 be permitted to listen to this program.
This ruling applies not only to the public at large, but also to employees of this station and members of their families.
Any application for exemption from this order must be received in our office before midnight tonight.
And on all such applications, decision of the judges is final, and in case of duplication, ties will be awarded.
However, the awarding of all prizes is subject to availability. The substitutions for announced prizes may be made at the discretion of the Bob and Ray organization.
But in any case, at least half of this program must be completed in order for it to qualify as an official broadcast.
If less than half is completed for any reason, then the entire program will be rebroadcast from the beginning at a later date, as determined by the Commission.
That's correct. Now, let's see, was there anything else we wanted to add, or have we covered?
Yeah, some of our departing guests will receive gift packages of our subscribers' products.
Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to join us next time for a discussion of controversial issues on Views Behind the People Behind the News.